Well, people, tonight is the night that most basketball fans have been waiting on for like the last few weeks. All the astute basketball fans out there can kind of see this brewing. It is the Western Conference's chance to give us a couple play-in games. So we'll get, first and foremost, we'll get San Antonio and Memphis, and then we'll get the game that everybody's looking forward to seeing, the one that I think is going to do a gigantic rating, which will be the Los Angeles Lakers hosting the Golden State Warriors, 7 versus 8. The winners into the postseason. The losers got one last chance. They'll be taking on the winner of the San Antonio-Memphis matchup. So look, man, I wear this hoodie with pride. Y'all know I'm a Los Angeles Laker diehard, but I'm unbiased. I tell my truth. Have to be honest with y'all. If the Lakers lose tonight, I don't know how much longer I'm going to wear this hoodie. I don't. Like, I've been able to wear this hoodie over and over again over the last year because we're the champs. We're the champs. And all my Laker fans out there that follow your boy, I want to help you in this regard because I know y'all have lost sleep. I've lost sleep over the last 48 hours. I believe LeBron has lost some sleep. Now, he done went to that podium and dissed Nikola Jokic and said Steph Curry is the MVP of the league. He's been the one playing the best basketball. So now he done scared me even more, right? He done put it in my mind even more. Like, yo, Steph been averaging like 40 the last month or two. He led the league in score. Yo, I don't think people understand how far ahead Bradley Beal was in that scoring race with only 2 months to go in the season. He was up like 2 or 3 points, if I'm not mistaken. That's a lot of ground to catch up, by the way. And not to mention, Bradley Beal got hurt in that, meaning there were games where he didn't positively or negatively affect his score. But Steph was so hot, he was dropping 37, 38, 40 a night, a couple 50-point games, had like 6 or 7, 10 3-point games. Like, he caught him and hawked him, with all things considered. And look, LeBron has lost sleep over the last 48 to 72 hours over Steph Curry. See, I don't believe LeBron loses sleep over the MVP to be in Nikola Jokic. I don't believe it at all. I think LeBron sleeps like a baby. If the Lakers play the Nuggets in the playoffs at some point, he'll sleep like a baby. I don't believe LeBron loses as much sleep over Luka Doncic and the Mavs. I think he'll sleep like a baby. I don't think LeBron's losing sleep over Chris Paul and Devin Booker. I don't think LeBron's losing sleep over Donovan Mitchell, Rudy Gobert, and the Jazz. I think LeBron's losing sleep over Kawhi Leonard and Steph Curry as of right now. I'll take it a step further. I don't believe LeBron's losing a lot of sleep over Kevin Durant, James Harden, and Kyrie Irving. And I'm reneging on something that I said because I think LeBron knows he's smarter than all three of those gentlemen who are incredible at the game. LeBron can figure that one out as long as AD's healthy. Steph Curry can win one game. This is college. This is Davidson all over again. Steph can win you one. Now, could Steph win a series against the Lakers with what he got right now in Golden State? Absolutely not. He can win you one, though. He can get you one. And remember, Golden State's on the road for this play-in game. The Warriors would then have to go home and then prepare for either San Antonio or Memphis. By the way, a Memphis team that competed with Golden State really well for about 3 quarters just a week ago. And then you got to bump right, even if you win that game, you got to bump right into Utah, which I'm assuming Donovan Mitchell will be back for. He'll be limping, but he'll be back. I know LeBron's losing a little sleep. And I want to take this a step further, right? Just as a guy that just follows a lot of aspects of the game, NBA's a partner of mine. I'm invested into this product doing great, right? A lot of NBA games don't do big ratings. I think people are like, look, man, I'm not finna spend my Wednesday night, my Friday night getting together, linking up with the homies, sitting on the couch, watching a basketball game when I don't know if Joel Embiid's going to play. I don't know if Kevin Durant's going to play. I don't know if James Harden, Kyrie Irving, I don't know if these guys are going to play night in, night out. I can't plan to watch basketball right now. But when we get to the play-in and then obviously the playoffs, people watch games. This Lakers-Warriors game is going to do a bigger rating than any game of the finals did last year. Now, the finals was one of the lowest rated of all time, but still, it was still the finals, right? Lakers and Heat. This Lakers-Warriors game's got star power. It's got brand power. Lakers' most popular team. LeBron James, the most popular player, coming off of a championship run. This Lakers-Warriors game, Steph Curry, as hot as he is, he's one of the top 3 brands in the NBA as well with LeBron. This game is going to do a crazy raid. Not to mention two West Coast teams, primetime game was going to be like a 7 o'clock start in the West Coast. On the West Coast, this is going to do a big raid. There won't be a bar you can go to in California. This game is going to be crazy. Shout out San Francisco. Shout out Los Angeles. It's going to be a big deal. I only bring that up to say, and I don't really do this, because I don't think there's a lot of ways LeBron James could rupture his Achilles. I got something in my eye, but it's good. But I do think if the Lakers were to lose to the Warriors, right? Because you got to treat it like a playoff game. You got to treat this like a game 7. It's a win-or-go-home scenario, right? This could hurt LeBron's his reputation a little bit, his brand, his legacy a little bit, right? Is it the same as losing in the finals? No, but because there would be so many, we've never had this win-or-go-home scenario, or for the Lakers and Warriors win and have to play another team. People are going to remember, even if the Lakers win against Memphis or San Antonio, let's just say if they lost tonight, people are going to remember on this stage, LeBron losing to Steph Curry with no Klay Thompson. So this could hurt. Like, we know non-LeBron fans are looking for ways to take little jabs at the legacy of LeBron James. We know LeBron fans are looking for ways to enhance his legacy. They both nasty. I'm just kind of in the middle. I'm a Laker fan, and I'm going to ride with LeBron while he's with us. But they both do this a lot. And, you know, both get overdramatic to me, at least, and unfair. I do believe, though, this is one of those games where if the Lakers were to lose, it's one of those ones where you look and say, LeBron, yo, bro, this was a big one. Your team was supposed to win this game. And typically LeBron is pretty darn good in games that his teams are supposed to win. So I'm betting on my Lakers tonight. And I wanted to say this for my Laker fans out there to make y'all feel a little better. I wear this hoodie because we won a championship last year. Laker fans, if we can't win a one-game situation against Steph Curry and the Warriors when they're down this year, we weren't going to win a ring anyway. Like, if Anthony Davis can't stay healthy against the Warriors, they barely got bigs. Like, Draymond don't even move on offense anymore. Like, if we can't stay healthy against the Warriors, if we can't beat the Warriors, look, we ain't going to win anyway. We wasn't going to repeat anyway. And what I'll be damned to happen is we mess around and get in the playoffs and we lose to whomever and LeBron gets hurt and breaks his ankle, and now it's affecting next year. Or AD, knock on wood, literally if he blinks the wrong way, it feels like he's out 6 months. What I'll be damned if this will impact next year. Because as a Laker, I'm a diehard. I've been a Laker fan since I was 5 years old. I'm 27. It does feel like every time we get the right momentum, if you've been watching the Lakers this year, it feels that way. It does feel like every time we take 2 steps forward this year, like 3 steps happen backwards. It's been like that every step of the way this year. It doesn't feel like our year. Last year felt like our year. Laker fans, y'all know what I'm talking about. Last year felt special. I watched every dribble of the Lakers last year. Pre-bubble and then obviously in the bubble. It felt special. Every night in Staples Center just felt special. Even in the bubble, it just felt like things were going our way. Dame went down. Like things were just going our way. We played an imploding Houston Rockets team. We got the Nuggets, a great matchup for us. They came back against the Clippers down 3-1. We were going to lose to the Clippers in my world. I believe that, by the way. We will never know what would have happened last year. Like, we avoided the Clippers. We got Miami. They were boggled in the playoffs. They were limping. Dragic couldn't even stay healthy. Bam couldn't stay healthy. Like, we avoided a couple teams out east that would have been a little more problematic. Everything fell in our laps last year. We got a break. Bron got some rest. AD got some rest. This year, the opposite has happened. We can't stay healthy just like everybody else nowadays. LeBron has attacked the rim for like 30 years straight now. And every time he gets up, like he pops up, he getting up just as slow as AD. But again, just to make everybody feel comfortable, Laker Nation, if we can't beat Golden State, I just want us to go ahead and just lose to San Antonio and Memphis, call it a year. Let AD rededicate his body because he needs to, and let LeBron have some time off again. We got one, and if we could get one more next year in this regime, I'll be fine with that. If we can't beat the Warriors as is, we wouldn't win it anyway. Now, I think we're gonna win the game. I do believe the Lakers should win this one. We played really well against the Warriors. We've blown them out. So we won 2 out of 3. For everybody that remembers, the one game the Warriors beat the Lakers was in Staples Center. The Lakers were beating the Warriors pretty darn good. Steph made a couple of shots late in that game, or like the third, fourth quarter, second half of the game. And then a couple of the role guys got going. We couldn't buy a shot. And then that's what happened, right? We just lost that game. But we were beating them pretty decisively. Then I know we got them really well on Christmas Day, if I'm not mistaken. So, I mean, we should be fine against the Warriors, But, again, Steph wasn't shooting the basketball then like he is now, though. I do want to put that out there. But y'all let me know y'all predictions. It's a big game, man. It is not a legacy deciding game, but I do think this will be a little bit of just a small little nudge. Like if you got your report card at the bottom when the teacher writes a little note, if LeBron were to lose this game, this is a little small nudge. And I hate this because Michael Jordan didn't get to the finals every year. I know that's a narrative that all MJ fans want to run with. Like Kobe didn't get to the finals every year. There were years where Kobe didn't make the playoffs. This is essentially LeBron not making this would be essentially LeBron not making the playoffs if the Lakers were to lose the next 2. But this one would sting more because everybody's watching it. It's a college basketball formatted game. So, hey, man, let me know. Predictions in the comment box below. Thank y'all so much. Time, love, and support. Never taken for granted around here.